अमस की रात
भाई
आपको लगी है डरावनी, जानलेवा, भूख।
डरा के पैसे लेगा।
हम आपका नामो निशान नहीं, हम आपके हंगर क्रेविंग्स को मिटाने आए हैं विथ ईट वर्स।
Gods and goddesses in training, welcome back to the channel. It's Uncle Makara. Today we're talking about the mantra for emotional healing. Okay, this is very, very powerful, and this comes from Teal Swan, so go watch her video on this. But particularly, I've been very interested quite recently in really understanding Neville Goddard's The Feeling is the Secret. And what really tends to happen is when you are in gratitude, your heart opens, right? You get this vasodilation of actual blood flow. And I think we miss out on these internal sensations when it comes down to our manifestation, okay? The adrenaline, maybe the hair standing up on our neck, maybe a feeling of just smiling in a warm emanation of a warm glow of a good feeling throughout the body. You know, really feeling those feelings and not resisting them. Because I've noticed a lot of times men become like this, almost a robot, right? You don't need to be a stoic robot, you need to be a stoic man. Just start to understand that maybe you have some preconceptions and ideas about emotional healing. That's like, that stuff's gay, or, you know, get that stuff away from me. I don't want to know anything about that. I'm just going to suppress it, move on, just eat it up, you know, buckle up my bootstraps and get to work, right? That's kind of the mentality. Now, I think to avoid repression, suppression, and understanding the projection, right? So we are projectors, essentially, okay? Think about it. You are a projector. You're always projecting images in your mind. That's what you do. And oftentimes, if you give that image too much power, it has a life of its own, okay? It starts to take control of you. Now, how about you started to respond to the world rather than react from a trauma-based lens of the world, right? So that would be a game changer for you, correct? So oftentimes you'll notice that if you just start out meditating, but you've been through some shit, right? You're gonna start getting distracted in your body very, very quickly, okay? So you are going to start itching, you're going to start just like thinking about other things to drown out feeling the feeling. But the way you heal it is to feel it. You get that? And the way we understand how to transmute this negative energy is by feeling that negative energy and not thinking, oh, it's negative, I've got to resist this thing. Because imagine you have this incredible energy available, right? But you are discarding it, right? You're repressing it within your beingness, and now it's coming out in unhealthy ways. So if you're like, oh, I can never be angry, anger is a bad emotion, it's very destructive, okay? You're gonna hold that anger like a ball inside of you, right? And sometime in the future, something's gonna set you off and trigger you. And you're gonna get very intensely angry because you have unprocessed rage coming out like a volcanic eruption in that moment. So my advice to you in terms of emotional healing is whenever you feel a lower basal emotion, fear, guilt, shame, right? Negative valence emotions, we call them, because they're not really negative, right? Like, they're there to help us to survive. And I think that cannot be negative. That's definitely a positive, to me at least. You know, it's like, yeah, I'm feeling sadness because this situation is meaningful to me, right? Or I'm feeling anger because I care about this person. So understand that, man. I think that was a key understanding for me. I used to be a hyper emotional little bitch in the past. I'm not afraid to say that. You know, I would like start crying in my past relationships, or I'd throw like, you know, kind of temper tantrums and just storm out, you know, and just say something that I didn't mean to impulsively. And, you know, it just wasn't a good look. As soon as I begun to recognize my own maturity, I started to really observe the fact that I can be this cool, calm, collected mofo, right? I am that. I am that I am, okay? Let's say that sadness hits you. Let's say that anger hits you. Let's say that guilt hits you. Whatever negative valence emotion hits you, you sit with it like you're sitting with what? A guru. And you know what gurus do? They give you a kind of a transference, right? Shaktipat, an ability to be around their presence is going to enlighten you as a byproduct. So you are now sitting with your anger. Now, what if I personify this, right? This is where Primal Sutra tech comes in heavy, man. So what if I personify this? Now, what if I started to imagine that my anger was sitting and meditating next to me like an angry Minotaur bull, flaring his nostrils to do Kapalbhati, or a fire breath next to me, right? Now that changes my relationship with the anger. And the mantra that I want you to say is, I am completely here with you now. You're speaking directly to the emotion. So you're saying to your sadness, I'm completely here with you now. And you'll notice the emotion changing. It's changing because it's being recognized. The observer effect is taking place on the emotion, you see? As you're looking at it now, you're feeling something in your body, correct? You might be feeling tension in your body. Just start to observe and just repeat the mantra again. I'm completely here with you now. Whatever emotion you're feeling, even if it's a positive emotion, try this, okay? I'm completely here with you now. And why am I putting my palms out like this? This is for receptivity purposes, okay? So if the emotion has something to teach me or tell me, I'm going to receive it. You see? So I'm almost like this, right? Palms down, maybe on my lap. And I'm just receiving from that energy. And I observe the impulse to want to throw something because it's making me angry. And I just simply observe my throat tightening up because I don't want to reveal something. Or I notice the little sensations in the back of my head, which is like a pressure. Okay? So I'm noticing all these tiny details of the emotion, but now I'm sending it gratitude, I'm sending it love, I'm sending it presence. Okay? So that it can go back into the collective consciousness again. So it does not need to be personal towards my ego. I don't need to attach to that emotion, right? That Minotaur bull is my ally. It's there to help me, but it's not me. And I won't identify with my emotions. A lot of your suffering comes from you thinking, I am sad. No, you're not. You're feeling sadness. There's a big difference. And the more you start to confuse the two, the more you're going to get wrapped up, reactive, you know. Hey, people break up with reactive people. Imagine being with a reactive woman. Do you want to be with a reactive woman like that? And women listening, do you want to be with a very, very hyper emotional man who's complaining to you all the time? And you're just like, oh, this isn't working. My boss is a piece of shit. We're not the way it is. My parents won't support me. And now you're arguing with me. Now you're going, whoa, dude, right? But that's his pain body response. He is not even aware that he's doing it. He's getting into a fury, right? A blind rage. Not knowing what impact that he's causing, not even in this dimension, but spiritually. The karmic threads are connected, guys, okay? And that's not to put you into like a feeling bad for yourself mode. I'm not here to, sponsor a pity party. I'm here to give you the keys to unlock certain doors, just like Janus has taught me, one of the deities we work with at Primal Sutra, who teaches me about flow state. And I've understood that I don't need to impose my knowledge on anybody. They'll either like it or they won't, or it won't resonate with them. And I'm fine with that. That actually sets me free. You guys see that? That liberates me, because that's giving me the capacity to fully share what's on my mind, what's on my heart. Not hiding from anything, not seeking anything or approval, or validation or likes from people, but just speaking from this space of this higher self-awareness, The higher self is not up there, it is here now, right? It is something that you're experiencing right now. You need to capture it back into your waking life by being fully present with your emotions, my friends, my comrades, my brothers and sisters in arms. Don't shame your emotions. Imagine if your emotions were like your children. Would you be like, oh yeah, okay, anger, you sit in the corner of your detention over there, and I'll only pay attention to this one child whose happiness? No, you treat them all the same, right? And that's the thing. You want to have this good communication with your emotions. And you do that by giving them space, by giving them presence, just like you do in a relationship, right? At times. You give the other person presence and space. You hold space for them, right? As you'd say in the spiritual communities, though they overdo it, I know, but, follow along with me. I understand my thoughts are adding to the projector. The world around you is the projected, right? And so you're attracting very masculine, ball-busting type of women into your life because you're still in your feminine polarity as a man. I'm telling you the truth, guys. I'm telling you the truth, okay? I'm not going to cut and edit this, snip this up, and, be politically correct. No, I'm here to tell you the raw, honest fact. A lot of people listening, it's just we've taken on the traits of our caregivers, okay? The negative traits also, right? The negative traits mainly, because that's what we observed. That's what we thought was right. That's what our imprint of love looked like. You guys get that? And so now we have to understand I'm completely here with you now. And using Ho'oponopono, or Hopno as we've shortened it, thank you, I love you, please forgive me, and I'm sorry. Send that energy to that person that you have animosity, resentment, you hold anger towards, and set yourself free, okay? Set yourself free from their energies. Get your authenticity back. Understand that it's all consciousness, okay? It is up to you to take these tools that I'm giving you and create a ripple in your life of positive upward spiral momentum. We are the upward spiral gang. That means every single day we're getting better and better. We're evolving and evolving. Our characters keep getting more refined, sharper, stronger, more effective. So let's get the rest and the regeneration that we need today and go and crush it. We've got this upward spiral gang. You already know what it is. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. I post every single day. Yeah, man. I hope that you guys are enjoying these different videos, these different series. I'll be around all day, all week. You already know. Uncle Makara out.